Hello and welcome to another Kia Electric News episode. This week started with many of us in the EU and UK having new updated Kia Connect terms and conditions in our cars when we turn the car on. I did take a few pictures of things that I thought would be relevant, and I'll show those on the screen as I work my way through the changes. Some detail on some possible upcoming features like there was last year, but last year the only one we seemed to get was the ring fencing for the valet mode, but we shall see what we will get. Anyway, I'll go through them. In the updated Kia Connect agreement notes, remote frunk. Well, we haven't even got a frunk we can open remotely. It must be for the EV9. Remote battery conditioning. That'd be nice. Remote horn and light. Digital key, which I've talked about before. Digital key 2's coming to the newer Kias. Music streaming service. I think again that is the EV9 because the connected cockpit stuff has got that in Korea. And vehicle system over-the-air updates, which is the drivetrain updates, which we wish the EV6 had because that would have saved me about 20 visits to the dealer. But again, I think that's coming to the new stuff with the Kia connected cockpit cars. So you're talking EV9 and the EV3 and the EV4, things like that are upcoming, or maybe revamped versions of the EV6 when they finally come out, possibly 2025. Kia Connect store upgrades are still listed. I think they were listed last year as well. Remote heated and ventilated seats, remote hazard light control, service action notification. I think we already had last year recalls and MOTs and service reminders popping up. I had a service reminder pop up on mine. Additionally, some vehicles will be able to upgrade features via Kia Connect store app, which might be inside the Kia Connect app. There's also confirmations that upgrades that will stay on the vehicle after it's been sold on. That's if they're permanent upgrades. There are time limited upgrades you can also buy, and it lists the upgrades that are available. For example, on the EV9, performance boost, remote parking assist 2, and also paid over-the-air updates once the free over-the-air updates have been used up. And as I mentioned, you can purchase time-limited upgrades or permanent purchases. Permanent purchases will stay on the car once you've sold it on, so in theory could add value. I don't know where that stands with your insurance company because you've technically modified the car, so you should really tell them if you've put a performance pack on the car via the app. I guess they'll get wise to that. Anyway, that's all of the detail I could pull out of the new terms and conditions. I was looking around for an online copy. There was a link at the end of the original file, but I've lost it, so I haven't got access to it anymore, and I couldn't find it online. Anyway, you'll see it when you come up to it. It takes about 2 or 3 goes and acceptances to get rid of it, so it's not easy to get rid of. Kia EV Day full video, nearly an hour long, has come out on Kia Worldwide's YouTube channel. Now, I can't show you any of it because they put a warning on the front saying you cannot rebroadcast or use any part of this without prior consent. But large chunks of it have already come out on the Kia PR site, so it's stuff I've already shown you with the EV4 and 3, and also the Kia digital key is mentioned. Stuff that's not been covered before is there is a new Kia app coming. I think it might be to replace Kia Connect completely with a Kia app, but they come and go with this Kia app, and I think they've been down this route before, so I'm not sure whether they're intending to go the whole hog and just replace the Kia Connect with the Kia app. It does everything, or this is just for Korea. There's also new generative AI assistant, so you can say, "Hey Kia," to the car, and it will be clever and do stuff and controls. But again, that might be just for the EV9 and the new stuff. Anyway, take a look at the video. It was a good watch, and there's more views of the EV3 and 4 in there to see if you want to see them. YouTuber Ioniq Guy has done a teardown of his charge port to try and cure the US 40 amp charging problems. And mean, it's good to see how things come apart if you're interested, but he claims to have fixed the issue by just tearing it down and putting it back together. So that's interesting. So take a look at that if you're interested in that fix. I mean, I don't think we get the issue in the UK. The Kia EV6 GT has been named amongst Time magazine's best inventions of 2023. Well, it came out in 2021, technically, the EV6, but just because it's a mega fast car, I think it takes all the publicity. But it's interesting to see that anyway. So all these links are in the description as usual, so you can read them yourself. 2024 US Kia EV6 prices in the US have increased slightly, and also the GT model gains 12 miles of range. Not quite sure how they've got the 12 miles of range out of it, unless it's a BMS upgrade that we've had in ours, but it might be. Anyway, link to the story is in the description. That's an inside EV story. In the US, there are Hyundai and Kia anti-theft software clinics. You may remember there was some social media campaign where kids would go around with a USB cable and break into the steering column of certain Hyundai group models, and they could just drive them off because there was no immobiliser. Now, I don't know whether this is just a US problem, because you don't seem to hear about it much over here, but looking for the notes and these articles, it claims that it's where there's a physical key and a lock involved, and not the ones that come in the EVs. So I'm not 100% sure it affects Nero EVs and e-Neros, but it says everything up to 2021. So the articles are in there for you to have a look around. In the previous video to this one, it was all about me finally getting on the Zappi Intelligent Octopus beta program, and me testing it and going through how to use it. I'll put a link to that video also there, so if you've not seen that. If you're in the UK and you want cheap charging, it's a great way to go. I came across this video on fitting sequential lights on your EV6 in the US because they don't get them over there, and he does an awful lot of tearing down and taking to bits of trims all over the boot and all inside the car to get the wires in. So if you want to see the inside of an EV6 torn down, this Kimchi, I think the YouTuber's name is, Let's Drive with Kimchi. That's his video, and that's worth a watch as well if you want to see how everything comes to bits if you were doing any other jobs with the car. Anyway, thank you for watching.